Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayane Gaura Katha Dhamadaya Nagara Grama Tarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. We welcome all of our YouTube Live listeners, our listeners over Facebook Live, and our listeners over Zoom. Welcome to all of you to this day 27 of Sri Vrajamandal Parikrama.
We'd like to congratulate all the devotees who have participated in yesterday's quiz session and written your answers on YouTube and Facebook comments.
So we'd like to thank Mother Flavia, Saroja Mukhi Indulekha Mataji, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, Satya Rani Mataji, Hari Prasad Prabhu, and Nutan Mataji. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you so much for so consistently giving us your answers. And we are also very, very grateful to Ranjani Gopika Mataji for every day posting the answers, the standard answers in all of the groups. We're very, very grateful to you, Gopika. Thank you so much.
So, can we have the slideshow, please? Today, we will be continuing our Vrajamandal Parikrama walk from Lohavan to Dauji. Yesterday, we came to Lohavan, and now we'll be continuing from Lohavan to Dauji. The first place where we come would be Tarapur, then beautiful, wonderful lakes there. Then we come to Bandi Anandi Temple, very, very beautiful temple, very wonderful pastime of Bandi Anandi Gopis. Then Kshirasagara Kunda. And finally to our night stay destination, Dauji Temple, which is in a place called Baladev. Sri Dauji Dayal Ji Maharaj ki jai. Next slide, please. Today is a 25 kilometers walk, and we will be finally entering the 12th forest of Sri Vrajamandal, Sri Lohavan.
So today we are entering into the final forest of Sri Vrajamandala, that is Lohavan.
Next slide, please. So this is the pretty straightforward path from Lohavan to Dauji Lohavan Baladev. Next slide, please. We start walking, glorifying Sri Sri Gauranitai, following in the footsteps of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu when he performed his 84 Kosh Parikrama.
Jai Shri Gauranitai ki
Jai. Next slide, please. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Tarapur. This is a village of one of the gopis named Tara Sakhi. Shri Shri Radha and Krishna, they came here to this village. Next lesson, please. Next slide, please. To give special darshan to this gopi, Tara Sakhi. Next slide, please. Therefore, this village has been named as Tarapur. As you can see, this is Tara Sakhi, who Shri Shri Radha Krishna came here to give their darshan to Tara Gopi.
Not much is told about this village. You see, many times we've been asked that whether there were any sakhas and sakhis names according to the villages. Whereas here's one more. This is Tara Sakhi, and till today this village is called as Tarapur. So she's just one of the millions of gopis, that sakhis that are very, very dear to Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. And Sri Sri Radha Krishna came here personally to this particular village, to this Sakhi's home, to give her special mercy. So Jai Shri Tara Sakhi ki Jai.
The previous one was Shergar, based on Shekhar Gopa. And of course, before that, there is Radharani's village, which is Barsana. There is the village of Lalita Sakhi, and also the Rangadevi, Sudevi. All these different villages are there. Next slide, please. So now from there, from Tarapur, we come to Bandi Anandi Temple. This temple is actually dedicated to Yogamaya Devi. And here we have darshan of Bandi Devi and Anandi Devi, or Bandi Ma and Anandi Ma, who represent two aspects of Krishna's Yogamaya Shakti, the power of Yogamaya energy. Next slide, please. This is the Bandi Anandi Temple. Next slide. As we enter the entrance, now here is where we will enter and have darshan of Bandi Devi. But before that, let's find out a little more about who is Bandi Devi, who is Anandi Devi. Next slide, please. This is a far darshan of Bandi Ma. And we'll have a closer darshan when we appreciate who Bandi Ma is. Shri Bandi Ma, Bandi Sakhi ki jai. Next slide, please. And then next to Bandi Ma is Anandi Ma. Anandi Ma is Anandi Sakhi. Next slide, please. This is the celebrated village where very devoted ladies, they lived. Their names were Bandi and Anandi. These two devotees, gopis, they were always immersed in Krishna's, thinking about Krishna's pastimes. Every day they left their village. They went to Nanda Maharaj's house at Gokul. So they would leave this Bandi Anandi village and walk all the way to Gokul, which is where we would be going tomorrow. On the pretext of helping to make some cow dung patties, they would ask Mother Yashoda, do you want some cow dung patties to be made? Do you want something cooking that needs to be done? We'll come and help you. But under the pretext of helping Mother Yashoda, they just wanted to serve baby Krishna, Lord Krishna. And they would help Mother Yashoda take care of baby Krishna as well. They were actually expansions of Yogamaya Devi, and they represent two different aspects of Yogamaya, Bandi aspect and Anandi aspect. In fact, next slide, please. So actually in this slide, sorry, can we go back? The Sakhis on our left-hand side, the two Sakhis are Bandi Anandi. They are the two Sakhis who come from this Bandi Anandi village to Gokul to serve Lord Krishna and actually assist Mother Yashoda in that way. Next slide, please. Now we know that Krishna's potency that caused the jail to be unlocked automatically, Kamsa's jail, and Vasudev's shackles, they fell off. That was the energy of Bandi Devi. Bandi Devi, she relieved Vasudev from the shackles and bonds, from the bandhan. That's why she's called Bandi Devi. And not only that, she put all the guards and every living entity into a deep sleep, so that by her potency, Vasudev carried Krishna to Gokul undetected. It is just said in the Bhagavatam that because of Krishna's Yogamaya, everyone went to sleep. The shackles of Vasudeva were removed, the jail doors were opened. But which specific Shakti or energy of Yogamaya did this happen because of? This is because of Bandi Shakti. Even in Gokul, next slide please, when Vasudev entered Gokul, everyone was sleeping. That was again by the arrangement of Bandi Devi, so that Vasudev could leave Krishna with Mother Yashoda. Next slide, please. So this is Bandi Devi. The next is Anandi Devi. Anandi Devi is that Shakti of Yogamaya by which people forget that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and just relate to him as the one who gives unlimited bliss to Brajbasis, and to Krishna. That is because of Anandi Devi, in allowing the Brajbasis to experience unlimited bliss in Krishna's service. Next slide, please. We can see so many different pastimes of Krishna. Krishna, the Janmashtami pastime of Krishna, Damodar pastime of Krishna. Then we see that how Krishna was bound. This is all because of Anandi Devi, all the wonderful gopis, the Ras Leela pastimes, Krishna running with the cowherd boys, with the bull horns, Krishna's pastimes, both pastimes with the gopis, Mother Yashoda serving baby Krishna, playing and loving baby Krishna, the fruit vendor pastime, all of these Radharani's separation, Krishna sharing and the Gopas sharing their lunch with each other, the bliss that we feel, that is because of Anandi Devi. Anandi Devi grants devotional bliss to everyone in their beautiful service to Lord Krishna. Next slide, please. This wonderful pastime where Krishna is enjoying with the cowherd friends, and the cowherd friends are feeling such bliss, just informally teasing Krishna, being with Krishna, and just being themselves without any fear of judgment by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is granted by Anandi Devi, that bliss. Next slide, please.
Krishna's water pastimes with the gopis, where the gopis completely forget even themselves what to speak about the supremacy of Krishna. They forget everything and they just, are enjoying in water pastimes in the Jamuna with Krishna. That bliss is granted by Anandi Devi. And by looking at, just this pastime, when we look, the Srila Prabhupada said so beautifully that these pictures are actually windows to the spiritual world, that these leelas, they are ever manifested, that they are going on eternally. But by looking at these pictures, we get an insight into spiritual life. So what spiritual world is, what is Krishna actually doing in the spiritual world, and how blissful are they, so wonderfully engaged in Krishna's service, giving pleasure to Krishna. That Shakti is Anandima. Next slide, please. Here, Srimati Radharani and Krishna, they're just, looking like a rainbow of, colors, such vibrant colors. They both are, vibrant in the, they have the swing, which is on top of a kunda, on top of a sarovara. So beautifully, they're just intertwined in each other. This is Anandi, the Shakti, Yogamaya Shakti of Krishna is giving, both of them so much pleasure in each other's company. That is Anandima. Next slide, please.
So now we take the wonderful, beautiful darshan of Bandi Ma and later Anandi Ma. But Bandi Ma, our prayer to Bandi Devi is Mother Bandi Devi, that just as how you put guards to sleep and allowed Vasudev to go with Krishna completely undetected. Similarly, O Mother Bandi Ma, please, in a similar way, please allow us to always be with Shri Guru and Krishna. And please keep any material distractions, the shackles of material distractions like lust, pride, greed, envy, anger, and illusion far, far away from us, and let them be asleep, so that undisturbed by these negativities, we can continue our service to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Shri Bandi Devi ki jai. Next slide, please. Anandima. This is the beautiful darshan of Anandima in the Bandi Anandi Temple. Our prayer to Anandi Devi, please grant devotional bliss to us in the beautiful service to Shri Guru and Krishna. Please allow us to serve along with the loving association of devotees so that we may be able to experience unlimited bliss in the service of Shri Guru and Krishna, in the association of loving devotees.
Jai Shri Anandi Ma ki Jai. Shri Bandi Ma ki Jai.
Next slide, please. So from here, we continue walking from Bandi Anandi village to Dauji, to Baladev, to a town named Baladev. Next slide, please. So we are continuing to walk through villages, through some small towns somewhere, on to preparing our consciousness to enter the town of Baladev. In fact, here, imagine, so wonderful. Next slide, please. Here we see this is the town of Baladev. This is where Baladev ji, the fourth Dev of Vraja Mandal, was found and established by Sri Vajranath, the great grandson of Krishna. And this name of this town itself is Baladev. The official name is Baladev. And there are wonderful, wonderful kundas and the famous Dauji temple, Dauji Dayal Ji Maharaj temple. Next slide, please. So we walk from Bandi Anandi Temple through the main roads and enter into the last forest of Sri Vrajamandal, Sri Mahavan. Baladev is actually in Mahavan. Here, in this town of Baladev, Mahavan, the presence of Kshirasagara transforms this town of Baladev into one of the most potent spiritual destinations. This Kshirasagara Kund is also known as Balabhadra Kund. This is especially popular as Kshirasagara. Kshira means milk, the ocean of milk. That's what this is. The local Brajvasis, they undertook an endeavor of filling up this tank to the brim, and milk from approximately 100,000 cows was taken as an offering to wonderful Lord Baladev, the dearest elder brother of Lord Krishna, Sri Dauji Maharaj. That's why it's called the Kshirasagara Kunda, the ocean of milk. Kunda, pond, the pond of the ocean of milk.
Haribol, Jai, Shri Sagara ki Jai. So please let us go down the Shri Sagara and sprinkle, wonderful water upon our heads, and, devotees take bath in this very refreshing kunda. It's a very big kunda, very big sarovara. So this is very, very, very beautiful. We can take bath in here. We can at least sprinkle waters of this kunda upon our head. Today being Ekadashi, we wish everyone a very, very, very happy Shri Uthana Ekadashi. Wishing all of you a very blissful Ekadashi. So on this day, we are here at the town of Baladev. So let us take maximum benefit of our stay here in the town of Sri Baladev. Shri Balabhadra Ji Maharaj ki Jai.
Next slide, please.
So now, after taking darshan of the Kshirasagara, we now enter into the temple of Lord Balabhadra. So Balabhadra, it is said, this Baladev deity, when the Mughals had attacked, and from Vrindavan, all the major deities were moved away. But Baladev, it is said that Baladev, because he's so big, he's really gigantic. He's actually one of the biggest, the tallest deities in all Brajamandala. He's very, very tall. So Balabhadra could not be moved, and he's very heavy too. So the priests here at this temple, to protect Baladev, they had put him in the Kshirasagara, kept him immersed in the Kshirasagara so that the Muslim attackers would not be able to harm the deity. And then when the danger was evaded, at that time, Baladev was taken out, and then he was given the milk Abhishek. That's why that Kunda, before it was known as Balabhadra Kunda, and after he was given a milk Abhishek, he is called as this Kshirsagar Kunda came to be known as Kshirsagar Kunda from that day onwards. So it is said that Baladev, just a second. So here in this temple of Baladev, here Baladev is very affectionately called as Daoji Maharaj. So here, Baladev Daoji, he is one of the four principal deities that were established by Maharaj Vajranath himself. The four principal deities of four Dev, who we are saying, who are the most famous in all of Braj, but only one Dev stayed back in Braj, who never left Braj, is Balabdev.
They are Keshav Dev, Hari Dev, and Govinda Dev. If you recall, Keshav Dev, we had darshan on the third day in Mathura. Hari Dev in Govardhan, who was self-manifested because of the love of separation of Srimati Radharani. And then Govinda Dev, we had darshan in Kamyavan. Keshav Dev, Hari Dev, Govinda Dev, and the fourth Dev is Baladev in Sri Dauji Maharaj Mandir.
So this Baladev, he never left Vrindavan, he never left Brajamandala. So this is very, very, very special deity. So we'll take darshan in a little while, but let us first listen to some beautiful pastimes of Lord Balaram. Next slide, please. So this is the Dauji Maharaj temple. This is the main entrance of the Dauji temple. So we'll come to take darshan in a little while. Next slide, please. Again, this is the outside, and this temple is, there's a very beautiful, it's a huge walk towards the inside, almost like a kilometer long walk. And when we go inside, there are marketplaces on all sides. There's beautiful offerings. Dauji Maharaj loves mishri. So mishri is this hard rock candy. So in beautiful earthen pots, very nice mishri bhog we can buy. We can buy beautiful tulasi garlands, rose garlands to be offered to Lord Balabhadra. And the atmosphere around this temple is like as if there's a fair, like a mela going on. There's so many people, so many devotees, even during the COVID times, pandemic times, there's so much rush in this Baladev Daoji temple. So many devotees, so many pilgrims from around the world, they come to take darshan of Sri Baladev Maharaj ki jai. Next slide, please. So it is said, like we said, we'll discuss a beautiful Leela of Krishna and Balaram. So this is a very special Leela when Lord Balaram, he one day had a desire that Krishna, let me dress up like you one day. So then Krishna said, oh, thou, you want to become like me? Means, what do you want to do? So then Baladev said to Krishna, Krishna, I also want to play the flute. I want to wear a yellow dhoti. I want to, wear your peacock feather. I want to just be you for one day. Let's exchange. No, one day let's exchange. So Krishna said, okay, thou, definitely. Whatever you want, you can do. So then Krishna, he gave his flute to Baladev. And then he gave his more punk, his peacock feather, he gave to Baladev. And Krishna also gave his yellow dhoti to Balabhadra. And getting all that, Baladev was nicely dressed and he was so happy. You can see how happily he's dancing, with Krishna, that he's going to be Krishna for one day. For one day, he's going to be Krishna. So next slide, please. So when Baladev, he got, Dauji Maharaj, he got the flute, he got, Krishna's dhoti, he got, Krishna's peacock feather. He came into the forest of Vrindavan all by himself. He told Krishna, Krishna, today you stay back here in the palace only. I will go. Let me go and enjoy one day as Krishna. So then Krishna said, sure, thou, please go, please go. So then next slide, please. Then, Baladev, you can see here, Dauji Maharaj wearing a yellow dhoti, Krishna's dhoti, and playing on the flute. He's nicely walking towards the forest of Vrindavan. Now, at this very same time, on the same moment, just a few little time ago, in Mathura, Kamsa, he called for his dear friend, the horse demon, Keshi. And he said, Keshi, come here, come here. And Keshi said, yes, my lord, what can I do for you? And then, Kamsa said, see, I have a big mission for you. You have to go to Gokul, to Vrindavan. Go there And there is this young boy called Krishna. He has parishan me so much. He has really troubled me so much. I keep sending so many demons, but nobody gets killed by him. He kills all the demons. I'm not able to do anything. So you are my very, very trusted friend, Keshi. You are very, very dear to me. And I know how powerful you are, Keshi. So you go to Vrindavan and you go and kill Krishna for me. She said, my lord, your wish is my command. Of course I will go, no problem. I'll go and kill Krishna. How old is he? So then, Kamsa said, right now he's 6 years old. Okay, she said, oh, I'll just trample him. I'll squish him like a bug. You don't worry, my lord, I will go. But you know what? There are many, I've gone sometimes to this beautiful forest of Vrindavan. There are many, many cowherd boys. So, out of all those cowherd boys, how will I recognize who is the one you want me to kill? How will I recognize Krishna? So then Kamsa said, Are Baba, that's very easy. He has 3 specific, attributes. First thing, he wears a peacock feather. Second thing, he plays a flute. Third thing, he wears yellow dress, yellow dhoti. So very easily you will be able to recognize him. No problem at all. So Keshi said, Are, Kamsa, you please now take these grapes. You finish this bunch of grapes. By the time you finish your bunch of grapes, I'll be back with Krishna, with me, dead Krishna with me. You see, I'll just go like this and I'll come back. You don't worry at all. Keshi came galloping into Vrindavan. And he was hearing the beautiful, mesmerizing song, the flute sound that Baladev was playing, Balaram was playing today. So, Keshi started following the sound of that flute, and he came and he saw that from back, he saw that nicely sitting down under a tree, Balaram is playing on his flute. So he thought, hey, let me see. Okay, flute, someone is playing. Okay, that is tick. Oh, peacock feather is there. Peacock feather. Ah, peacock feather is there. Yes. Second point, tick, tick. Third, let me see if the yellow dhoti is there. Oh, yellow dhoti also match. Are, this is Krishna. So then from behind Keshi, the horse demon came galloping, galloping, galloping. And Balaram, he was in deep ecstasy. He was so happy sitting under the tree and he was playing his flute and he's, I'm Krishna for one day. Wow, I'm so happy, so happy. And then she came from behind. Slowly, slowly he came, and he, horses, they give nice kicks. So, with his hind legs, this horse gave a huge kick to the back of Balaram because his back was towards Keshi. So Balaram got kicked. And because Lord Balaram didn't expect this. So Lord Balaram, he went flung up into the sky. He just went flying into the sky. And then when he came down with a big bang. He hurt his back so badly. And then he came limping, and Keshi thought, oh, I am done. Kamsa's job is done. Now let me enjoy some luscious green grass, the soft green grass of Vrindavan. I won't get it anywhere else. So let me just feast on this grass a little bit. Then I'll go and tell Kamsa. So, I've killed Krishna. She was very confident he has killed Krishna. So then Lord Balaram, he got up and his back was hurting so badly. And then he came back to Nanda Bhavan and he said to Krishna, Krishna, come here. What is this, Krishna? I wanted to be you one day, and this demon had to come today only. He thought that I am you, and he gave me a big kick. See what he did to me. I can't even walk straight, Krishna. What is this? So then I don't want to be you anymore. Here, take your peacock feather. Here, take your flute. Here, take your dhoti also. I don't want anything. Give me back my blue colored dhoti. So like this, Krishna was, shocked. Arey Baba, Daoji, what happened? What happened, Dao? Tell me. So then, he said, someone came and kicked me. I think it was a horse. I didn't even see. He kicked me so badly. I didn't, I just flung up in the sky. I fell down. I got so much hurt. Now I'm going to my mother Rohini. You go deal with that horse demon or whichever demon that has come. I don't know. So then Krishna, Balaram, it is said that he went and, Mother Rohini, he embraced her, and then he, started crying, and Mother Rohini nursed him and, gave him nice butter. to eat, and Balaram was pacified. Meanwhile, Krishna, he put on his peacock feather. He put on his nice yellow dhoti, and he tucked his flute inside his, on his waist. And then he came out to see, where is this demon? Next slide, please. So you can see here, yeah, of course, this is, here they're smiling, but Balaram was not so much smiling. We didn't get a picture of Balaram really crying. So we put this, so Balaram said, I don't want to be you anymore, Krishna. You are better, you be you. I'm not you. So, Balaram went away like this. And then Krishna came in search of this demon. Next slide, please. And then Krishna came, and then Keshi.
Keshi was here. Keshi was galloping towards Krishna. And as he was running towards Krishna, Krishna took his fists really, really hard. Next slide, please. And as he was galloping, Krishna put his hand inside the mouth of the Keshi demon. Because when the horses, they are very excited, they start doing all these different neighing sounds. And as he was doing, Krishna put his hand inside the Keshi demon's mouth, and Krishna's hand became hot like an iron rod inside the mouth of Keshi. And Keshi was trying to remove, what is this hot thing? I'm choking inside. What's going on? Get it out, get your hand out of my mouth. But Krishna kept it in there. Not only was there the force of the fist of Krishna, but there was this heat that was generated. Next slide, please. And in this way, Krishna not only subdued the Keshi demon, he also killed the Keshi demon. Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. Next slide, please. And so in this way, Krishna blew the conch shell to declare his victory. And Baladev came running. Yes, Krishna, I am here for you. And see how beautifully, with such a beautiful pose, Krishna is blowing the conch shell. And Baladev is resting on Krishna. Actually, one time, Srila Prabhupada, he asked his devotees, who is more powerful? Is Krishna more strong or Baladev more strong? And there were different devotees saying different things. Well, some said Krishna is strong, and some said, no, Baladev is Bala. He is Baladev. He is the spiritual strength personified. He is much stronger. There is Bala in his name, so he must be stronger. So those who were saying that Krishna is stronger, Prabhupada asked, why do you say Krishna is stronger? Well, because Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. But then Srila Prabhupada said, I will give the verdicts. Yes, Krishna is stronger than Balaram. Everyone was like, what? But Bala means strong, strength. He said, yes, but look at our Krishna Balaram in the Vrindavan ISKCON temple. There, Balaram is resting on Krishna. So that means Krishna is stronger. That's why Balaram is able to rest. He's able to take the resting place of Balaram. Here also we can see Balaram is actually resting on Krishna. This is the Krishna Balaram temple, ISKCON Vrindavan's pose. But pay special attention to Baladev's pose because it is very, very similar. We can see his upper torso is like pegs. And in the same pose, we will see the Baladev deity, Dauji Maharaj ki jai. Next slide, please. And this is the pose of Krishna and Balaram. And focus on Baladev's pose before we have darshan of Dauji Maharaj.
You see the slender curve? You can see how Baladev's body is so beautifully curved, and please notice that curve. It's the same way that Dauji Maharaj in Baldev is also. Very similar pose.
Next slide, please. Sri Daoji Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
If you zoom in and pinch out, you will see that he is in a crooked pose. His head is on one side, and then his entire body is going on the other side. And then he's straight. Downward, you can see his lotus feet. They're all pointing front. They're not crooked. Krishna is Tribhanga Lalita, and here he is Dvibhanga. Krishna Baladev is just two bends, but the bend on his navel is so steep, as you can see here. On one hand, on his left hand, he is holding the Varun, and on the other hand, he is raising to give us blessings. Sri Dauji Dayal Ji Maharaj Baladev ki.
Jai.
Next slide, please. This is another beautiful darshan of Sri Baladev Ji, where you can see his entire upper torso. This is the Mangalarti Darshan, where he's very, very lightly dressed, and we can have the darshan of his beautiful transcendental body. Next slide, please.
And in this white outfit, we can see in the left hand of Baladev how he is holding the glass of Varuni. That is a very, very symbolic pose of Lord Baladev, that he's in his left hand, he's holding the Varuni glass, and his right hand is raised in the blessing mudra. Jai Shri Daoji Maharaj ki jai.
Apart from this, there are several other peculiar features of this beautiful deity. There is this Dvibhanga Swarup, but also Lord Baladev in this temple is in the color black. Typically, the difference between Krishna and Balaram, there are two differences. One is that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Balaram is the servitor Supreme Personality of Godhead. The second is that Krishna is of the complexion of the bluish black fresh rain cloud, and Balaram is white as the thundering flash of light. But here, what do we see? Baladev is black. This signifies the pastime where Baladev wanted to be like Krishna. This is considered the third important thing is that Baladev is the largest deity in Sri Vraja Mandala. He has two hands, not four, but while offering prayers, the pilgrims and the devotees, they can discover this elevated right hand of the deity who's giving blessings. And the left hand, as we said, holds a royal cup of Varuni, the holy and dear drink of Lord Baladev, which the pastime we heard in a previous place. Exquisitely, he's so much wonderfully dressed. Look at his heavily embellished with jewels. He manifests so much magnificence. Next slide, please. Here, Baladev is with his consort, Srimati Revati Devi. Revati Devi also showers benevolent blessings on the pilgrims, on the devotees who are visiting this temple. While offering prayers at the temple, devotees take darshan of this life-size deity of Revati Devi, who is situated at an adjacent spot within the same temple compound. They are not together. Although in the picture we have placed them together, they have been placed together, but actually they are in the same temple, different in the same compound, but different places in the temple. So next slide, please. With the blessings of Sri Sri Baladev and Revati Devi, we will stay tonight here at this town of Baladev, and we pray to Lord Baladev and Revati Devi to please grant us the spiritual strength and faith so that we can perform our sadhana very nicely. We perform our seva to the Vaishnavas with humility, tolerance, love, respect. Give us the strength to follow Trinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sahishnuna, Amanina Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadahari. and grant us the spiritual strength so we can assist Srila Prabhupada and our acharyas in this great preaching mission of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai. So we went from Lohavan to Dauji today. Next slide, please. And tomorrow, as you can see, Lohavan to Dauji, we are very, very close. Tomorrow, we'll actually take a U-turn and go to Brahmanda Ghat in Gokul, and then day after tomorrow to Raval, from where we will cross the Jamuna through the bridge and come back to Mathura, Yamuna Devi, the place where we performed our vow taking ceremony. That's where we will end officially the Sri Vrajamandal Parikrama in a few days. Next slide, please. So thank you very much for this this wonderful journey accompanying all of us. Hare Krishna. We will end the slideshow, and today we will sing a wonderful bhajan.
Yeah, so before we sing the bhajan, we actually have the poll. We have a poll that we want to do with all of you. So please do not leave. We want to do a very important session right now before we do the bhajan, and then we'll open up the lines for questions. So please let us know, organizers, we are ready for the poll. So this is what we have for you, that what session would you like to hear next? So it will come in the form of a poll. Whether you want Japa workshop, which will be the enhancement of our chanting. Second option is we can do Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is the life and teachings of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu through 64 sessions.
Or a collection of stories from Srimad Bhagavatam. Not philosophy and other things, but just the stories which may come to 56 sessions. The entire Bhagavatamrita that we did was 108 sessions. But if we want to experience the mood and consciousness of the personalities in each pastime, just by the pastimes from Bhagavatam, that's 56 sessions. And the other is Nectar of Instruction, which is 12 sessions, and Insights into Ramayana, which is 32 sessions. So we would like to hear from you. If you see 10 sessions means it will be 10 days, which will be 2 weeks, because after the Vrajamandal Parikrama, we would be we will be speaking only for 5 days, Monday to Friday, and Saturday, Sunday would be a break. And then, so 10 sessions would mean 2 weeks, 64 sessions would mean almost 3 months, and in that way. So you don't have to answer it right now.
But thank you for answering. Thank you for answering.
In the chat, you can answer, but really, we will be actually posting a poll right now. And so please give your preference in the poll, which means give 5 preferences. What is your first preference? What is your second preference, third, fourth, fifth? So we don't want just one answer. You will be given for each. Number 1, you'll be given 5. Do you want Japa workshop to be your fourth preference, or Chaitanya Charitamrita to be your second preference, or Japa workshop to be your first preference, and Nectar of Instruction to be your third preference? Like that, we'll be giving you a poll right now. You don't have to answer it here, but answer it in the poll that we will be giving you right now.
Okay, so let's start the poll, please. Let us start the poll. So the first question, yes. What topic would you like to hear next? So Japa workshop, enhancement of chanting in 10 sessions.
Is that your first preference or second preference, third preference?
No, you have to, don't comment here, please. Please, you can choose your preference in the poll itself. Please choose your
Organizers,
preference.
do everyone have the poll with them that they can select?
They'll be able to select, right? Prem Vikas Prabhu?
Yes,
Okay.
you are able to
You're
select?
able to select. Okay,
Okay.
great. Okay,
all right.
done.
So tell us, is Japa workshop your first preference, second, third preference,
So
based on the 5 things that you just saw?
okay, wonderful. Submitted the poll. So we'll stay here for one more, 30 more seconds.
Can we show the second one?
Can we have the
Again,
second
the
one?
5 preferences are Japa workshop. What is your preference? Next one, please. Can we, on the slideshow, can we move to the next preference, please?
Next poll,
Next
please.
poll.
Probably like in the poll, they can move forward. Probably I can't show
Okay.
right now because I'm the one who is doing
Oh,
poll.
I
Okay,
see.
okay,
Oh, I
okay.
see. So please, after Japa workshop, please the second choice also. Please select that.
Give all your 5 preferences. Don't just select one preference. If you are saying, yes, I want Japa workshop next, then select Japa workshop as first preference. But then we also want to know, what do you want as second preference? What do you want as third preference? And what do you want fourth and fifth preference? So that we can, based on what the polling numbers is, we will start that
Hariva.
next.
So this
And
way
please
we can.
poll only once. No cheating.
Well, thank you all so much. So please do post your poll. Please let us know once you are done. And we will be doing this poll again tomorrow. So that, and maybe while the kirtan is going on, can we have the poll going on? Is it possible, Prem Vikas Prabhu?
No, Mataji, I have to end this poll, otherwise,
Okay. Okay, so we'll give 30 more seconds for everyone to please vote. Because we want to present to you all these 5 sessions, but we are confused that which one you want us to do first. So please help us by giving us your preference, that which ones you would like to hear first. And that way we will go on as per your preferences. Okay? So I think we can end the poll here.
It is 36 people participated, Mataji, out of 51.
Pardon me, Prabhu?
Out of 51, only 36 have participated. We want all 51 of you to participate in this poll.
Please, anyone remaining, please, there is at least 20 of you all remaining. Please participate in the poll. We'll give you another 30 seconds. Please participate in the poll so that we can really serve you properly. Whether you want Japa workshop or the second choice is Chaitanya Charitamrita. Stories from Srimad Bhagavatam is the third choice. Fourth choice is Nectar of Instruction. This is Upadeshamrita. There are 11 verses of the Upadeshamrita. So this is by Srila Rupa Goswami. Upadeshamrita talks about, Nectar of Instruction talks about how we can interact with devotees wonderfully. So that is Upadeshamrita, Nectar of Instruction. And the fifth one is Insights into Ramayana. This is also a very, very interesting session. Very, very extremely interesting session. So please give us your choice, your preferences, so that we can serve you in a proper way. So how many do we have, Prem Vikas Prabhu?
So far, 38 people participated, Mataji. 49 we have online right now, 2 people we have.
Okay. Okay, we can continue the poll again tomorrow. We can end here then.
Yes, Mataji.
We will continue the participation again from tomorrow onwards again. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Thank you all so much for participating in the poll and giving us your feedback. So now we will chant this very beautiful Stavaraja. Can we please post the lyrics in the chat? These are special mantras which are for the glorification of Lord Jagannath. The first 4 verses are glorifications on Lord Jagannath. on Krishna. Second, after for the second next two verses are glorifications of Lord Baladev. The next two verses are glorifications of Shubhadra Devi, and the last two verses are glorification of Sudarshana. So we thought that since we have visited Bandi Anandi Temple today,
She's Yogamaya.
so
Which is
therefore,
nothing, no one other than Subhadra Devi.
so we thought we can glorify Shubhadra Devi as Yogamaya and thus glorify Bandi Anandi Ma. And then we can also glorify, Lord Baladev here through this beautiful mantras as we are in Dauji today. So this is the beautiful verses that we will be reciting here today. Thank you so much.
Deva Deva Jagannatha
Prapannathi Vinashana Trahi Mam Pundarikaksha Patitam Bhavasagare Namaste Jagannathara Jagadatma Namostute Kaivalya Triguణாதீத Gunanjana Namostute Karunamrita Patoni Sudamne Namo Namaha Dinodharanitruvyaya Kripa Patothaye Namaha Paritrahi Jagannatha Deenabandhu Namaskute Nisirnoham Bhavambodhim Prapya Tvam Taranim Sukham Namaste Tu Haragrama Namaste Mushalayuga Namaste Radhiranta Namaste Bhaktavatsala Namaste Balinam Shrestha Namaste Dharanidhara Pralambhare Namaste Tu Trahimam Krishna Purvaja Devi Tvam Vishnu Mayavi Mohayanti Charachara Krit Padmasana Samsthasi Vishnu Bhavanusarini Jaya Devi Bhakti Datri Prashida Parameshwari Jaya Devi Shubhadre Tvam Sarvesham Bhadradayini Sudarshana Mahajvala Koti Surya Samaprabha Ajnana Niradhanam Vaikunthapta Pradarshakam Namaste Nitya Pudasa Vaishnavastra Niketana Avarya Viryanyatrupam Vishnu Sat Pranamamyaham Vishnu Sat Pranamamyaham Vishnu Sat Pranamamyaham
Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi Ki Jai.
Shri Dauji Dayal Maharaj Ki Jai. ब्रज के राजा श्री दाऊजी दयाल की जय जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय जय निताय गौर सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदे हरि 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 बोल हरि बोल
Hare Krishna. So we'll open the sessions for question answers. Before that, we'll give you the quiz questions for today.
Okay.
So we have several 5 questions. First, after which Sakhi has Tarapur been named?
Second, who are Bandima and Anandima and whose incarnations are they?
Third, how many forests have we covered so far in chronological order?
Fourth, what's the significance of Kshirasagara Kunda?
Finally, fifth, who are the 4 Devs in Vrindavan?
Haribol, thank you so much for the wonderful questions. Thank you so much. So now first we have Tulasi. Can we have
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, beta?
Today we covered the 2 temple. We covered 2 temple. We covered 2 temple of Balaram ji.
Yes, yes, Haribol. You liked it, Tulasi?
Yes, I also want to tell that I like that you sing this beautiful song.
Oh, thank you, Bacha. Thank you so much, Tulasi. We love
Thank
you.
you, Mataji.
Thank you, beta. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Kirti?
Hare Krishna Mataji Prabhuji Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Sangha. I really liked today's class because we went to the Dauji Temple, and I also like the Subhatramari Temple and the Tarapur Temple and Tarpur. I like the session a lot today. So I have one question. So I have a question related to Lord Balaram. So Balaram in this yuga he came as Nityananda Prabhu, and I heard that he didn't come with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during all of this parikrama and everything. Did Nityananda Prabhu have a desire to go to the parikrama and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said no, or did Nityananda Prabhu want to stay back and didn't want to come, or did Nityananda Prabhu have a desire to come to all of these places, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't let him?
Nityananda Prabhu wanted to come with Gauranga Mahaprabhu, especially to Vrindavan and also to South India. Nityananda Prabhu never wanted to leave Gauranga Mahaprabhu. But Mahaprabhu said, Nitai, if you come, no, you are too avadhuta. You are very, very eccentric. So, I want to go in this mood only, So that's why, because, especially coming to Vrindavan, Lord Chaitanya is Radha and Krishna combined. So if Balaram comes along, there would be a little bit of a rasabhas, there would be a little bit of conflict of the rasas. That is the reason why Lord Nityananda was not taken by Lord Chaitanya, But Lord Nityananda himself, before Mahaprabhu, because Nityananda Prabhu is elder to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu, he was taken from Ekachakra when he was 7 years old, remember, by a sannyasi. And that time, Nityananda Prabhu toured the entire India, entire Bharatvarsha. He, in fact, went even to Vrindavan. He also, went to all the different wonderful places. In fact, he's the one who reclaimed Sridama. Sridama was waiting in Govardhan, and Nityananda Prabhu came and said, "Hey, Sridam, come out, come out!" And then Sridam, was huge, 14 feet tall, like a giant. He came out, and Nityananda Prabhu only 7 feet tall. He said, "Hey, who are you?" He said, "I'm Balaram. Don't you recognize me? I'm Balaram. I've come to take you. Come, Gauranga has come. Krishna has come as Gauranga. Let's go to Navadvip. I'm going there now. So let's go. Come with me." And then Sridhama said, "Hey, Chi, how can you be Balaram? Balaram is like, he's taller than me. Balaram is almost 16 feet tall. And you are Balaram? I don't believe it." He said, "No, I am Balaram. Believe me." And then he said, "No, if you are Balaram, there's one thing you have to do. Only Balaram could, defeat me in a running race around Govardhan. So let's go. On your mark, get set, go. So if you can defeat me, then I will understand that you are Balaram." So then Nityananda Prabhu and Sridham, they had a running race. around Govardhan. And you know who came first? Nityananda Prabhu came first. So then Sri Rama said, oh, Jai Nitai, you are Nityananda, the same Balaram who has come. But look at me, how can I come in this condition? I am still from the Dwapar Yuga. You know, I have still have that body. How do I manage? So Nityananda Prabhu said, no problem, I'm here to take you. So Nityananda Prabhu manifested his plow and he pulled Sri Rama down into size. And Sri Rama is therefore the only personality who in Gaura Leela came directly from Dwapar Yuga. You know, he is Sri Rama himself who came as Abhiram Thakur. So Abhiram Thakur is Sri Rama. And he came, and you know, Nitai and Abhiram Thakur then came and joined Gauranga Mahaprabhu in Navadvip for their beautiful Sankirtan pastimes. So Lord Nityananda had already toured Vrindavan, but Nityananda Prabhu, he didn't want to start the Sankirtan mission before Mahaprabhu starts, because that was the credit of Lord Chaitanya. He wanted to give that full credit to Lord Chaitanya to start the Sankirtan mission, and then Nitai would join him. So that was the entire mood of Nityananda Prabhu. Sorry, I gave you like a 10-mark answer to a 2-mark question. But when I start speaking on Nityananda Prabhu, I just keep going on and on. Sorry about that.
That's okay, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji, for a very nice answer. I have one more question. So, when Jagai and Madai, they were being really rude to Nityananda Prabhu, and they when Nityananda Prabhu was trying to preach Hare Krishna to them, they were just dacoits who were just like running around and stuff, and they were about to hit Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu got hurt, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was about to hit them with the Sudarshan Chakra, and Nityananda Prabhu stopped them. But if why is I know that Nityananda Prabhu was showing that out of mercy, but isn't it kind of like a rule that you're not allowed to hit a Vaishnava? So why did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stop by his vow, like not like a vow, but like by a rule? But why did he like stop? If it's his Nitai friend, he has to like go all the way just because Nitai said that he can't kill Jagai and Madai. Why is he stopping that?
Well, mainly because Nitai is stopping Lord Chaitanya from killing Jagai and Madhai. There is a verse glorifying Nityananda Prabhu. Marikhe Premadai Doyal to nahi hai. Which incarnation of the Lord is so merciful that he will get hit, but in return, he is giving love. Marke Premadai. Other than Lord Nityananda. In fact, Srila Prabhupada in I think Allahabad, he was coming to give lecture on Nityananda Trayodashi. He came and he said, Lord Chaitanya is very merciful, but Lord Nityananda is more merciful than Lord Chaitanya. And as soon as he said this, there were torrents of tears that were as spears coming out of Srila Prabhupada's eyes, remembering the mercy of Lord Nityananda. And Srila Prabhupada could not continue after these two sentences. And he told the devotees, you continue kirtan. And he again went back inside his room. So Lord Nityananda, this is the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Yes, he was hit. And yes, this is Vaishnava Aprad. But Lord Nityananda is forgiving Jagai Madhai, saying, they have done Aprad to me. I forgive them. Now there is no Vaishnava Aprad. And you, why are you killing them? If you kill them, you'll have to kill everyone. The reason you're killing them is because they are doing aparad, they're doing so, they have such bad qualities. But then everyone in Kali Yuga has that. My dear Lord, you have come here not to kill people, but to kill the demoniac propensity inside the people. So kill that demoniac propensity within Jagai and Madhai and transform them into devotees. And then so Lord Chaitanya killed. But he didn't kill the body of Jagai and Madhai. He killed the demoniac propensity of Jagai and Madhai. Which is the demoniac propensity who had actually done this Vaishnava Aparad. And that was killed. because of the mercy of Lord Nityananda. That is why Lord Nityananda, Dayal Nitai, very, very merciful. That's why even Balaram is called Dauji Dayal Ji Maharaj. Very Dayal, very, very merciful. Does that address your question?
Yes, Prabhuji. I really like the stories about Nityananda Prabhu a lot because they're very nice. I have one thing to
Very
share today.
fortunate, very, very fortunate that Lord Nityananda is giving mercy to you. Or you are asking, begging for Lord Nityananda's mercy.
I have one thing to share because today we were talking about Shubhatarmani's temple, and I really like that. So I drew a little. Like, um, is this visible, Mataji and Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Subhadra
so
Devi ki
cute.
jai.
Yeah, and I also draw another drawing of Balaram ji because we also went to Dauji Temple today.
So
Yeah,
cute. Jai Baladev.
yeah.
Shubhadra Devi is very dear to Prabhu. He just admires Shubhadra Devi. So please take a picture and send us the picture.
Sure, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji Prabhuji, for
Thank
a
you,
beautiful.
Beta. Thank you. Haribol. Garima.
Hare Krishna Mataji Prabhuji Danwar Pranam all goes to Shri Prabhupada and Gurudev. I like this class a lot. I like the favorite place is this Dauji Temple. He's the biggest deity in the whole Vrajamandal Parikrama. And I was thinking he's so tall. He's taller than me.
Yeah, he's definitely taller than you. He's taller than me also. I think you are as tall as me, but yeah, he's really tall. Very, very tall. Devi.
How tall is he?
He's almost 6.5 feet, Beta. 6.5 feet tall.
Oh, okay. and, and and we went to you told the pastime of the Keshi Krishna Balaram. I know that pastime and I love it. And I was about to laugh. It was just so amazing.
Thank you, Beta. Thank you.
Yeah, it is an amazing custom.
So today I do this Krishna Balaram.
Oh, how cute.
And this Yashoda turning buttered.
Oh, wow.
It's cute. So cute. So
The cow.
cute.
The cow is very cute as well.
Thank you
Very,
so
very
much.
cute. Very cute, Beta. Thank you so much, Karima. Hare
Haribo.
Krishna. Hari Bol.
Haribol.
Hari Bol. Anjali. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hari Bol.
Hari
Hare
Bol.
Krishna.
Happy Jai Ho Aaj Dev Uthani Kadashi, happy Kadashi to all the
Happy
devotees and both of you also. And thank you for such beautiful darshan of Dauji. Just remember, just 2 months back, I was there in Dauji in Purushottam Mas. And we just did such beautiful darshan thanks to Acharya ji, who's from uh, Dauji, and he has taken such beautiful darshan he made us do. It was so beautiful of Revati Maharani also. And you were so it's such a big thing also being in the COVID time also, and it was so much of market and all. And we also did shopping over there. It's so beautiful over there. It's really nice.
In
And
fact, if
thank
I
you.
could say one thing, when we went there, your talk reminded me. We came out of the temple and then we went to drink lassi there, just outside. And the lassi wala, he was saying that uh, everyone in this town, once a month, they have, or once in few months, it is their family's turn to serve Dauji. So even though he was selling lassi and things like that, but the reason they're in this town is so that once in few months their whole family's turn comes to serve Dauji in the temple. So and then we were just amazed, and we were talking to him, and he was telling so many different pastimes of Daoji. So when you said market, that's what I just remembered, and I thought I should mention that.
Yeah. Just when you see the devotion and the shraddha of the people, you are so amazed and you say, oh my God, we don't do anything. Looking at their pure devotion, it's like, you can just be namaskar to them. That's it. So it is so divine. And even we also got a one portfolio of mishri, big thing as prasad over there. And there was so much of mishri was given to us also. And after that, we went for Gau Seva. So it was so beautiful, everything. It is just a flashback. And I was saying, okay, this I have done in person, and I could just remember it. And thank you
Haribol.
so much, Haribol, and thank you so much for making us do all this. Actually, I don't know whether it's one question was just coming to my mind was I have seen, like, people, they are devotees also and everything. I don't want to say anything, I don't want to comment anything, but sometimes I just fail to understand after reaching on the thing. But why we differentiate so much between rich and poor? Why we do that? Knowingly, unknowingly, I don't know. It's
Nature,
just
material nature, conditioning. It's very horrible to have that.
because if you see the pastimes of Lord Krishna, he never did. He was
Yeah.
like for Sudama, he was the most dearest to him, and everything, like you said, these galas and everything and all. And I just don't. It's
Well, we
just
just
bring.
have to chant Hare Krishna, and that'll purify our hearts and the hearts of those who are hearing this chanting. And that's the only way that all of these bodily identifications will go away.
Oh. So, thank you so much, Dee. Thank you. Ma Baba, can you please turn on your audio also? My parents are here, so they want to show that today is Ekadashi. So we offer lotus flower to the lotus feet of Krishna. So Ma Baba are here. And Surid will come back to you. Better give us 1 minute. Ma Baba, can you please show yourself? Yes, Haribo. Jai.
This is lotus today.
Haribo.
So
So please take this lotus.
if we don't have today is the day when we offer lotus, but if we cannot offer lotus, this is our opportunity to at least see lotus and then offer in our mind to Krishna.
Haribo.
This is lotus feet.
Lotus to the lotus feet. Thank you so much, Ma.
Hare Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Baba Jai. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Surid, you have a question? Thank you, Ma Baba, for that darshan. If you can give darshan of different flowers
Every day.
every day of different to the different lotus feet, we can all offer by your mercy.
Haribo. Thank you so much, Ma Baba. Surid, you both are looking so cute today. Can you unmute yourself better? Yes.
We cannot hear you clearly, sorry.
Surid, can you speak a little loudly?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
I don't have any questions from today's class, but I wanted to show something.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, wow. These are all Dasha Avatar.
Wow. Can you please take a picture, Surid, and you can send it to us?
Yes, Mataji.
It's beautiful,
Yeah.
beta. Beautiful. So
How long
nicely.
did it take for you to make this?
1 week.
1 week.
week. Wow.
Amazing. So
Very
intricate.
beautiful. Please send us a picture,
Yeah.
okay, Surid?
Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, beta. Haribol. Thank you. Thank you.
Dasha Avatar Stotra ki jai.
Jai. So cute. Any other questions or comments? So today we got lots of comments, lots of questions being asked that whether being in the woman body, could we offer Tarpana to Bhishma Pitama? Yes, we can offer, and we have sent voice messages in the WhatsApp groups where, Prabhu is chanting the pranam mantras, the 3 pranam mantras, Tarpana, and also we have given the procedure on how to actually do the Tarpana. When we take the water in both our palms and you take it down, pour it out through the right side for offering the tarpana, and
Through the thumb.
through the thumb you offer it out. And for the tarpana and for the arghya, and for pranam, you offer it straight like this. And then, so like this, in the WhatsApp message, we have given as much as details as possible. Please do message us if you have any further questions. There's a devotee who has been asking for our number. Organizers, could we, please put our number in the chat, in the Zoom, because, that they've been asking since yesterday. Can you please put my number on the chat? Manasi Krishna. Thank you. You're very welcome. So that's
Hare
my
Krishna.
number.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna. That's my number.
Hare Bol.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
thank
Are
you,
you part
Mataji.
of the WhatsApp groups?
Yes, I'm there in the Bhakti Mellow group.
Which one? Okay. So as what you can message to any of the admins personally, you can get my number that way. So, but anyways, this is my number.
Okay. Mataji, this is my altar. I mean, a little bit, if you can see properly, I don't know. And I offered the pink flower, in the mind, as if it's my lotus in the
Very
morning
nice.
today.
Very nice.
Yeah. This is Radha Damodar. This is Radha Ras Bihari.
Beautiful. Thank you for your darshan. Right. Very nice. Thank you so much, Mansi. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. It
Thank
just
you.
happened, yesterday there was a meeting where Krishna was the password, and I just put my name, and when I entered, it became Mansi Krishna. I really don't know how it happened. Because the meeting password came in the name of yesterday's meeting. I just see this as a miracle. I don't know.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Any more?
Rushan Prabhu, I saw your hand raised and then it was
Yeah.
down. But if you want, you can ask the question. If not, then maybe we can end here.
Rushan Prabhu,
Yes,
any
Prabhuji,
questions?
it was regarding Tarpana only and you answered it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, there's another question here just now by Krishna Sharanam Prabhu. If we do fruits and roots Bhishma Panchaka, how do we break fast on Dwadashi? We do not break fast on Dwadashi. We continue to do the fruits and roots fast for the next 5 days. On Dwadashi also, we break our fast with just water and having fruits. And then on the last day, on Purnima day, in the afternoon, those of us who are doing fruits and roots fast, continue to take fruits and roots throughout the day on the last day, and even tomorrow. Please do not take any grain tomorrow also, because we will be fasting for this entire 5 days with fruits and roots. And on the last day in the evening, make a nice feast. And the feast, if we can make the feast with all the 4 items which we have left during the 4 months of the Kartik, of the Chaturmasya, that is milk, yogurt, green leafy vegetables, and urad dal. So all these 4 items we can make, a feast. Like you can make dahi vadas, you can make urad dal vadas, you can make
On the last day.
on the last day, on the last day, on the Purnima day, you can make like palak paneer, kheer with milk like this. So different things you can make on this day. Offer a nice big feast to Krishna, and please give some donation in charity to some Vaishnavas. Charity is very, very important. We seek the blessings of senior Vaishnavas. So we give some charity to some Vaishnavas, and then break your fast after seeing the moon. Take darshan of the full moon, and then break your fast that night on Purnima night with the entire feast. You can eat everything that day. Now, for those of us who are doing the fruits and root fast, just eat little because stomach can get very upset. So please be cautious about that. And those devotees who are doing Havishya for the next 4 days, for them, you can break your fast with Nirmalya, that is 1 grain of Jagannath rice. If you don't have Jagannath dry rice, then you can break it with any kind of grain, but just one small grain during the Paran time. And then in the afternoon, you take your one-time Havishya. And then in the morning and evening, you can take fruits and, milk and milk products are okay. And Shamala Gopika has a question. If we did Nirjala today, tomorrow hope we can break with water and then can take fruits and roots. Yes, that's perfectly fine. You break your fast with water and you take fruits, and you can take roots, and fruits and roots can be taken even 3 times, no problem. Like for breakfast, lunch, dinner, you can take fruits and roots. So that's also no problem for those who are doing Bhishma Panchaka with fruits and roots. Can we eat fruits throughout the day, these 5 days? Throughout the day?
Yes, but only the authorized fruits.
Yeah, the authorized
which means
fruits.
no multi-seeded fruits, no single-seeded fruits. So like that. Well, you may ask what is left, but there's a whole list that was discussed on the first day. But yes.
Can black pepper or green chili be eaten? Green chili, no. But black pepper, for those who are doing Havishya, black pepper is allowed.
Like
but
the 3rd level.
Yeah, the 3rd level, who are doing Havishya on grains, no green chilies, but black pepper is allowed. Anjali, you have a question? Okay, thank you. Anyone, any other questions? Please feel free to message us. What is Paran time? We are not sure what is the Paran time in India. I will find out and I will let you know. For India, what are the Paran time for Bangalore? I will find out and I will let you know. Can we do the 5 products? What's that? 5 products of cow fasting if we are not in Dham. It's very difficult. Prabhu, it's very difficult to do the 5 Panchagavya fasting if you're not in the Dham.
Especially because you will need some guidance in how to do this and yet not affect our health. And you'll have a lot of questions and confusions. Can I do this, or is it just that? And without proper association and guidance, it may be difficult. But that's why it is said, if you're in Dham, it's easier. There's lots of devotees who may be doing something similar, and it's easier to maintain that. But otherwise, we'll go through all this austerity, and if we are not doing anything right and we are not getting answers to our questions when we actually need it, it gets difficult. So, yeah, 2nd or 3rd level is good enough.
And also that, when we are doing the Panchagavya fasting, it's basically just a water fast. We are just drinking water and nothing else, because the Panchagavya, you're just taking 1 drop, 1 drop of milk, 1 drop of yogurt, 1 drop of cow urine, 1 drop of cow dung, and then the last day combination of all these. So it's basically just 1 drop of these when we take bath in the Ganga, and in the afternoon we take that, and then throughout the day we just drink water. So it's basically just water. So when we are not in the association of devotees who are doing such a similar fast, it can be very, very difficult to do that. So where can I find? Okay, one is Shivani has a question. Can we drink sugarcane juice? No, sugarcane juice is not allowed because no sweeteners are allowed in this month. These 5 days, sorry. No honey, no sugar, no brown sugar, no sugar cane, none of that is allowed.
If you're doing the second level.
If you're doing the second level, yes. And thank you so much, Rasika, for the Paran time. Anjali, that should help you. That is the Paran time for tomorrow. And where can I find the recipe for Havishya and how many times it can be eaten? Havishya recipe is something very simple. These last 5 days especially, it's a very simple recipe. Just 1 cup rice, half cup yellow moong dal, boil that, wash it together, boil it together, add a little bit of salt, and you can add some grated ginger in it and a little bit of black pepper, and in the end you can just add little ghee. That's all. And then you can add some potatoes in it if you want. You can add some yam in it. You can add green papaya, raw papaya and raw banana also can be added into this, but that's it and nothing else. And how many times can it be eaten? Just 1 time. Havishya can be eaten only 1 time.
But other times you can eat fruits.
Fruits and milk products.
Specifically just.
Yeah. So those who are doing this 3rd level of Havishya fasting, milk products are allowed for the Havishya fasters. So you know, 1 time in the afternoon you take Havishya, and in the morning and in the evening you take only fruits and milk products you can take. But those who are doing fruits and roots, no milk products are allowed in the fruits and roots level. If we can't do any level, can we do Ekadashi for 5 days? That's not recommended. If you cannot do any level, just chant extra rounds, and
you can do Ekadashi, but that is not what is one of the 3 levels that in Hari Bhakti Vilas Sanatan Goswami mentions.
And that's why, you know, if it is not what is mentioned, then it is like niyam agraha. We are breaking the rules and regulations. So it's better not to do then. If you want to do just Ekadashi, don't do it. Follow what is there and not, you know, go anything beyond that. That's something very important. Thank you so much.
All right. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo
vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So tomorrow we'll be going to Brahmanda Ghat. So please join us to Brahmanda Ghat. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.